Welcome back to Hired Gun. We finished the first chapter, I guess. It's more of a tutorial, but okay, we're moving right along. Martyr's End. Martyr's End is the largest settlement in this part of the Underhive, centered on the ruins of an ancient imperial shrine and situated between several ruined industrial domes prized by the gangs of House Orlok and House Goliath. The settlement is inhabited by an assortment of settlers and traders, while prospectors, bounty hunters, and members of local Underhive gangs pass through in large numbers. As in all larger settlements, the Guilders expect those who come to Martyr's End to set aside their rivalries and abide by the rules of the Underhive, such as they are. Surprisingly, it works. For the most part. New weapons unlocked.
Oh, you know me.
Damn. Jericho. Where am I?
Martyr's End.
Why is
Martyr's End.
everybody looks a little lumpy? There's a lot of detail in this game, but like
Beyond
everybody's a little
falling
smooth.
stone, beyond the bad zones of Delta 7. Far from where you want to be, I'll wager. But a better place than you'd be in otherwise, I can assure you.
Better than I would be if I hadn't met you.
I saved your life.
Feels like you did a great job.
I suppose it all depends on what you imagine being dead feels like. You seem keener than you should be on finding out.
Enough of the riddles, Spire boy. What happened?
I don't think there's enough blood in this room. I think we can decorate it with more blood.
There's time for all that later. You're gonna hurt yourself straining like that. Remember, you only just made it this far. I'm gonna leave you with my friend here. There's a watering hole right outside, the Blessed Temple they call it. You can find me there when you're ready.
Oh, the camera
Ready for
shake.
what?
Smooth out the camera a little bit,
That's
please.
the fun part. Finding out.
Is it? Okay. Augmetics. Talk to the rogue doc to learn more about augmetics. Okay. Let me look real quick. Audio settings. Maybe I just need to turn everything else down so I can hear the voices better. Everything was at 100 when I first launched the game. Okay.
Who are you? What is this place?
I'm Malakachin. You may call me Malak. I'm a chirurgeon, and this is my surgery. You're lucky to be here,
Damn. A rogue doc.
if you prefer. Yes,
What did you do to me?
nothing I didn't have to. Well, maybe a little more than I had to. That's a most impressive set of bionics. They would have been a pleasure to work with, but for all the bleeding flesh getting in the way.
Thanks. I'm sure there used to be more of it.
Your friend is right.
Cal Jericho? He's not my friend.
Well, he was right. You should have died. It's only those bionics of yours that saved you. But still, there was a lot of damage. It will take you a little while to heal. And a little while to get used to the changes.
What?
A few adjustments. An internal reservoir. A cerebral implant. You'll find they're all improvements once you get used to them.
A cerebral implant? Where the hell did that come from?
From your friend, Cal Jericho.
He's not my friend.
Oh, I'd say he is now.
There's something alive under that sheet.
They will allow you to do incredible things. But there might be a few adjustments I need to make. Nothing works first time. Not when you're working with materials like these, anyway. You should come back and see me when you're ready to find out what you're really capable of.
So I didn't get a good look at the other characters. Maybe they all have, maybe they're all missing limbs. I mean, the design of this character looks particularly like chopped up and stuff. But maybe, I don't know if that dialogue would have been different if I had a character that didn't have replaced limbs in some way. Um, so about the setting of 40K that I'll dip into from time to time, is it's sort of like a transhumanist nightmare where most people know sort of the concept of transhumanism from settings like cyberpunk. The setting, not the brand. Can't believe I have to say that shit. Where sort of the idea of personal augmentation is normal, but it's in the setting of 40K, it's very much in line with what I was talking about before of the human body being expendable and not worth respect in a lot of ways. And so the modifications that are made to a lot of, I hesitate to say humans, a lot of beings are more about utility than about improving life, let's say. It's also a setting that like deeply it has an idea ingrained deeply in it about not caring about the universe, not caring about the individual. So losing what would be considered in some ways to be your humanity is like kind of a non-thing. And it's an interesting philosophy to unpack, like in a meta sense, to think about like how does an imperial civilian of one kind or another imagine themselves? Do they have a sense of self at all? And if they have a sense of self, what does that sense of self even look like? Because of the relationship to the world that they live in. So pretty not at all weird to have a whole bunch of augmentations and changes made, but they're probably not great. So that's sort of the setting for this whole discussion that we just had. All right, so bionic arms, particularly rare devices, auto-grade strength, grip, and dexterity compared to a normal arm. Increases health. Okay, so I already have. Okay, so I guess every character must have had these things built in already. They all must have had bionic arms. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Okay, so wow, I have just enough to afford that if I wanted to. I'm not sure if that was calculated or not. I wonder if the minimum amount of money you can pick up is the exact amount needed to do that. That just increases your health, which is weird for arms, but huh. Okay. Oh god, there's so many things. Okay. This is pretty extensive. I'm probably going to have to spend some time staring at this by myself so I don't bore everyone to death staring at it for half an hour and then posting a video with no commentary over it at all. Okay. Is there something I feel like grabbing right now? Maybe this is what I was talking about before and it's not a no, I don't know. Okay, so, huh? I suppose. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I guess you must have come with every character must have come with the bionic arms and legs and a bunch of implants already. All right, what's this? Oh, maybe it does have regenerating health. No? Maybe? Okay. I'm going to look at this later.
Good. Come back if you feel anything unusual from your bionics. But it will be the flesh that's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, the other part I was going to dip into. So in the 40K universe, the idea of like, I'm going to call it science and magic. It's not the terms that would be used, but like the ideas of science and magic being like basically a coexisting things that like are all sort of tied together in a real mess is also pretty normal. So some of it is scientific, some of it is non-scientific, and it all just sort of gets mashed up together. And there are different factions that see, like, philosophically and technically, both of those things as various kinds of good, bad, or a necessary evil. Angle of quote them. Spacebar, again. Okay. It's hard to know what I can jump off of. So. It's also like a mess of geometry here. Did I just run a circle around that pipe? That was bizarre. Okay. The wall jump thing is a little weird. I'm actually not sure what it wants me to do here. Am I just supposed to clip into the geometry until I get to an appropriate position? Oh no, okay, that was easier than I thought. I was just overthinking it. What the hell? Excuse me. I didn't think I was going to get into combat right now. I know it's a gladiatorium or whatever, but like... Why did I get attacked for coming up here? What did I do? Doesn't seem like I take fall damage, which is a plus. Oh, wait a minute. This is the way I came in, right? Yeah, I guess I'm not even sure what was over here or why this was marked, but, yeah, okay. Okay. So this is supposed to be like an arena to test stuff. Okay. Understood.
Plenty of scavengers coming through here still.
Yeah, you think they'd have heard by now.
Russ, damn right. Stay away. Don't be going down.
Oh boy. Hey there.
Wild snake.
I like you. You must be able to read the sign.
No. What does it say?
It says patrons only. You don't need to worry about that. You figured it right out. You must be a psychic. But shh. I won't go telling anyone you're immune. Here you go. Wild snake.
How much?
Your friends already got it covered.
Elmo's teeth. What is this? He's not my friend.
Definitely psychic. That might be the quickest I've seen anybody work that out. But either way, your drink is covered. You should go and see him. He's right over there.
Yeah, I saw the waypoint was
If you
pointing
ever
towards
wanna
him
know
before.
What's really going on around here? Come back back and see me.
Thanks.
I really don't like
What's your
the
name?
Just call me the Wild Snake Priestess.
fuzzy vignetting. I'm glad it just pops off though. All right, for the casual fan, that's a fun interaction just because it's like just points. I mean, for somebody who isn't a fan, it's meaningful too because it's like pointing out some obvious things like you're illiterate and you know, gives you like, oh, you must be psychic. I won't tell anyone. But for the world of 40K, being psychic, which is not like in the traditional sense, it's more like being attuned to the, let's call it magic, is in the human, like in human terms, can mostly considered to be a reason to be executed on sight. Mostly, if we're honest, not really. The Imperium has weird feelings that it hasn't quite worked out over the course of tens of thousands of years. Anyway.
The shadow. That's the part that bothers me.
Okay, whatever, Mr. Imperial looking man. What do you got? Hello? That was weird.
So, ready to talk?
Hopefully not with all this
How you
fuzz
nearly
on the
got me
screen.
killed.
About how I saved your life.
And Beetle and Leto.
Well, no.
I knew they weren't up to it. Always work alone. I should have stuck to that. Now, tell me, what happened up there? That Escher gang you wanted us to take down, there was someone else with them.
Yes, I think so.
Who? The one who killed Virax?
Maybe. I mean, I think so. The Black Serpents are working with an outlaw, a very dangerous outlaw, who seems to be calling himself the Silver Talon.
You knew he was there?
No, I didn't. But the Black Serpents are his muscle. I figured they might give us a few leads. I didn't think whoever killed Virax would be crazy enough to still be hanging around here.
So you thought you'd dangle some bait?
No, nothing like that. Besides, you were quick enough to take me up on the deal. Maro and his brother specialize in archaeotech. Good stuff, too. And they control pretty much all the trade around here. His caravan was ambushed less than an hour from here, so I figured whoever was responsible would be long gone and far away by now. But it seems not. Meanwhile, there's a few gangs around here who have been trying to make a name for themselves, taking more risks.
He is very soft spoken.
The Black Serpents, those Escher you met earlier.
I'm sorry if this is too low. I will try and
Lion
continue to
Vikings,
adjust it.
Clapjaws.
But at least there's
So
subtitles.
you think they're working for the Silver Talon too?
I think they're being awfully bold, almost like someone wants them to make trouble. And since the Silver Talon is still around,
And you think it was the Silver Talon who killed Virax?
or ordered it, yes.
Damn.
I had a feeling there was something going on from another lead I was following. As soon as I found out, I came to warn you. That's how I found you.
Not exactly just in time.
You don't think?
That cerebral implant. Where did that come from?
I took it from the Black Serpents. Maybe they were just trying to sell it, or maybe it's something that you-know-who is looking for. Which is why it made so much sense to put it in you. So I guess we'll find out, one way or the other.
Saving my life just so you can get me killed? Not my kind of deal.
A shame, since it's the only one going.
Then I'm out. But thanks for tipping me off about the Silver Talon.
If I were a less generous man, I might suggest you're in my debt, you know. But I won't. Now listen, there's a fortune to be made for both of us. You won't get it on your own.
Wanna bet?
Oh, I'd wager. But if you lose, you'll have nothing left to give me anyway. So just don't forget, the offer's there. And you know where to find me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. Well, that's kind of a lot
It's a
of...
pretty big bounty.
Sounds like it's warranted.
I didn't steal your
I
money.
heard a couple of them died out there. And I heard you know who was chasing it too.
Who?
You know.
What?
So that was a lot to unpack right off the bat.
We're gonna lay low here for a while.
Yeah, Zerdan's moving the others. I'll show you the new
The
place
way
after
this
the
stuff is
work's
marked is
done.
kind of confusing. I'm not sure whether to
Gives us a chance to keep an eye on.
expect it to point me in a certain direction for the... I guess I can... Well, no, if I hit tab, it doesn't give me my objectives right now either. Huh.
So, the two of you get everything straightened out?
You might say that. Listen, I'm looking for a little information.
Shoot.
The Iron Vipers. Heard of them?
Orlocks. Yeah. Friends of yours?
You might say I used to know a few of them. You know where they hang out these days?
I don't. But I know who might. Try the Dome Runner over there. Jado's his name.
Okay. So there is like one objective that's marked with that little red thing that's moving around now.
Poor meatheads. Huh.
Otherwise it just like points me towards whatever's sort of nearby. Can I turn off your radio?
Yeah, that's her. Old Armfoot says he saw her bring her in. Real mess. Them
Where
probably
even
knows
is the
what that
radio?
sore bones has done to her.
Is it inside the stills somewhere? Probably. It's just they've just programmed the sound to come out from a random point. Okay. Hey, more money. Ignore the man who was there. Hey, more money. Hey. This has a little exploration in it, a little bit. It's not a completely nothing place. More money. More money. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's their fault for leaving it on the ground. What happens if I jump down there? I'm not even sure I want to check if I can jump down there.
Yeah, and they took it back from us. Too bad. I found a nice little hideout, and now we've got a new leader. We're going to take it right back.
Kind of like the look of the blue candles to contrast all the rust and dirt and blood. It's kind of fun. Okay, I'm going to take a little break, and we'll talk to Jado.